Rescue Op. Save the dinosaurs from an island that's about to explode. What could go wrong?
Hello, welcome to Fallen Kingdoms Return Jurassic Park 1 minute at a time. I'm Brad.
I'm Dave.
And here we are back to discuss minute 62 of Fallen Kingdom. But before we get to that, David, heading out back over to Jurassic-Pedia, we are continuing the animatronics little series we've got going here, not for Jurassic Park this time, but more so for The Lost World and the fantastic animatronics they built they built for The Lost World, the male raptors, all the stuff in the village, just fantastic. I think probably some of the best the animatronic raptors have looked. Personal bias there.
No, I mean, like, when you watch the behind-the-scenes videos for these, the movements of them and the way the skin folds in on itself, so lifelike, it's just beautiful. It's such a shame that we never got to see these animatronics in the daytime or have more daylight photos of them. Just because, just the color scheme alone is beautiful, you know?
Yeah. I think with the raptors, especially with their scenes in the film only being at night, it's just seeing the puppets and that and animatronics at Stan Winston Studios with being worked on. I think there's a photo. It might be Stan himself or someone standing in front of one of the animatronic raptors holding a coffee, looking at it, and you just think it looks so lifelike. If that was real in the jungle, I don't think you'd be anywhere near it, sitting there looking at it with your coffee.
Oh, definitely not. It's not a coffee creature.
Yeah, and it's a shame. I know Disney's sort of doing it now, but sort of back around this time, if there was behind the scenes stuff, it's not being filmed on the same cameras as the movies being filmed on. There's a lot of the images we have are sort of grainier images, not high def. And then, as I said before, if the only time you're getting to see high def images of these animatronics is in the film when they've got a nighttime shot, we don't even get the shot of the head with the blood dripping out of it. That was just production, and for the collector cards, probably the head coming under the timber planks in the kiln shed, and the head sticking through the car when Malcolm's in there are probably two of the closest headshots we get of the males.
Yeah.
And you can see some of the detail there, but again, a lot of it's lost in the darkness, the low light. And yes, I know technology advanced enough that the JP3 ones were better, but quite you. But that's it for the Velociraptor practical effects. For this and more articles on the animatronics of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, or Fallen Kingdom, no, The Lost World, that'll do. Head over to Jurassic-Pedia.com.
Yep.
Do I look like her?
Oh, yes. You could be her mirror image.
Dave, read it again at minute 62 of Fallen Kingdom.
Sounds good.
Alright, minute 62 of Fallen Kingdom opens with Claire holding up a bag of blood and ends with Maisie in a place she shouldn't be. Last minute ended with our little meet and greet with the Rex, and that section of the Arcadia shenanigans is pretty much over, because minute 2 opens with the big Ceratopsian skull in Lockwood Manor, as we get that drum beat score start to kick in. I suppose we should have mentioned that last minute. Was there anything else from the Arcadia you want to talk about? I think we pretty much covered the Rex and everything. We are going to head back there soon with Operation Blue, which I'm sure Mattel didn't bring out that toy. But we'll bring that back up when we get there. Maisie's running through the massive room past the diorama, Sanctuary Island, all that, to the rear wall where we know the elevator is, down to the lab. She easily punches in the 4-digit code to the elevator, and the doors open. 7337 mils. That's a pretty easy passcode. It is mirroring 73, but it again, I suppose you probably haven't got a lot of people coming in here. You don't want a 15-digit security code for accessing the lab.
Well, at the same time, whenever I see like a security code like that, it makes me wonder: does that have any special meaning to the director? Is that like the director's dad's birthday or something like that? You know?
Yeah. Well, if you went 3773, when was how old Colin's birthday? You don't know. It could be. I think Bayona's younger than that. But yeah, it could be. It could be any of that. I know personally from the banks. If you pin numbers for your credit cards and that, don't like you repeating numbers in them either. So anyway, I don't think Mills needs to worry about that. She enters the elevator and moves her hand down the row of buttons before pushing on B3, so we know that's where the bottom lab level is, which makes you wonder what's on B1 and 2, if it's just offices or research. We'll have to keep an eye out later where the explosion happens. I'm pretty sure that's on the same level, isn't it, than we get here, because we get the Die Hard Blue escaping the explosion. The doors close and we head down to that bottom level of the lab. She walks out onto the same catwalk we've seen Mills and Toby Jones walk on before. And again, the place is deserted. We are getting closer to the auction time now. The animals are getting closer, so obviously everyone's been sent home. She opens the door marked restricted access and enters the lab itself, revealing a large X-ray of the Indoraptor's head. And as the minute ends, she stops and watches something spinning in front of her. We don't see what it is, just a blue reflection of spitting lights. I don't think we see what that is next minute either. It looks like just a reflection of a centrifuge or something going around.
Might be.
But yeah, not a lot this minute. Just Maisie exploring the lab. In the novel, it's here where we get Maisie going into Lockwood's room. She isn't going after the album, but it's implied more that Ben Lockwood believes her when she says the animals are being sold, because it ends with Lockwood having an angry look on his face, feeling angry and betrayed. So a little bit more there in the novel. Then we cut back to the operating table on the ship. No Maisie in the lab at this point in the novelisation. But that's it for 62, Dave. Another quick one. Not a lot happening here. Just building again to the auction scene.
Yeah.
Yep. Anything to add before we get out of here for the week?
No, I think we're good.
All right. Lovely.